So BD5 pilot with you out at the Hillsboro hangar on a Sunday, and yeah, I've been milling over the cooling testing I was doing on the engine, and done a few more tests today. So I did hook up that shop vac and basically manufactured a seal here where I could just create vacuum where that area exhausts out to the back of the fuselage. And yeah, I picked up some airflow, not sufficient, but of course it's just the shop vac, so it's not producing what would be produced. And then I placed it inside in the blower mode, and sure enough, verified that yeah, I do get an effect, both reading the airspeed off the entry of this and the exit of the vent, and I see actually around a 3-4 fold increase in the velocity going from the front to the back of that. So there's some physics that work. It just has to be worked out right. And I think part of what happens is when that engine compartment gets warm, and then you have the exhaust helping drive the air through that tunnel and out the back, and you have the suction, the vacuum created by the propeller. Granted, it's not direct prop wash, but you're still going to have a vacuum underneath that area that will help draw the air out, and then it pulls that hot air into the cooler air. That might be where I see more effect. So it's just going to require finishing the engine compartment and being able to actually start the engine and see if it's going to work. And if it doesn't, there's always, each of those 3-inch inlets where I can put little fans, like a little bilge pump type fan on there, or I could come into here, move my exhaust out to the sides, and utilize probably about a 6-inch circular fan right in the middle of that, and drive that, some lightweight high CFM fan that draws the air out of the engine compartment, and see if that'll work. So it's just more testing. And so in addition to futzing with the cooling system, I got my balsa out and started cutting out the aileron tips, which I plan on doing the reflex little curve up at the end. It almost looks like a winglet when you hook these up, but doing the fitting so that these will drop on, and then I'll be taking the measurements and cutting and forming that reflex tip into that aileron tip, and then figuring out how to finish it. Well, that's going to end up being all for today, and I'll hopefully be out here next week, maybe with some fresh ideas. BD5 Pilot is out for now. Everyone have a great weekend.